Hello, this is Debbie Emerson, and welcome to the Sacred Activations for January 2025. I pulled several tarot cards this month, and the main card, the main energy surrounding us this month is the World, which is a major arcana card, and it's the 21st card and the final card of the major cards. And this card has to do with completing like a cycle, completing lessons. And so it brings us to a point where we're free to, have choice to step into whatever direction we choose. And we're free to begin our next series, our next cycle of lessons. So get yourself comfortable in a nice, quiet space where you won't be disturbed for about 10 or 15 minutes or so. And you might want to just sit with your back comfortably straight and your feet flat on the floor. And I always like to leave my arms and legs uncrossed so the energy can flow. And, I always kind of try to leave my hands, my palms either up or just so the energy will flow through them. So that's what I do. That's my suggestion. And if that works for you, great. Otherwise, just do whatever works best for you. And you might want to gently close your eyes and give yourself a couple of nice deep breaths. And just allow that breath to bring you into present time, into your body. And the first activation I chose for this month is called the Sirian Living Library of Light. And I don't think I've run this in any of the monthly sacred activations yet. So this has to do with the diamond doorway. And this activation is going to open it so that we can awaken the living library of light within us and allow the diamond lights to illuminate our chakras and each and every cell in our body. This living light, library of light, contains codes at the new higher light octaves of the diamond light matrix. As the matrix connects and expresses, all creation glows through the spaces in between. The seeding and anchoring into the DNA matrix of the earth and our bodies of this new matrix completes contracts, lessons, and embraces our genetic earthbound conditions, completing the old loop of birth and death. This new starlight will then illuminate us. So here we go with the Sirian Living Library of Light. And I don't even think I've run this for myself, so this should be interesting. All right, so activation is beginning. I just was shown a vision or a picture of just a dark, dark black sky with gazillions of tiny lights, stars, and just immediately started releasing energy. And I'm being shown a picture of, if you've ever seen like a beautiful clear diamond, in the showcase of a jewelry store or whatever, they always have the lights set up to really enhance the facets of the diamonds, and the light just kind of goes everywhere. And that's kind of what I'm seeing as this activation is running here. And it's just bouncing around, but it's not bouncing around randomly. It's bouncing into all those areas of our energy space, our body space, every aspect of who we are, to bring light, that high level, high frequency light of the diamond into every aspect of ourselves. And recently I've been looking at the idea that, what is real, and each of us becoming more and more real, or becoming realized, becoming more and more of who we really are. So whatever that brings up for you, you can just destroy some roses if you like. Let it go down your grounding cord. That brilliant, bright diamond light is continuing, but there's also that beautiful golden light that's being brought in, and it's a high, almost like a white gold, but there is some of that yellow tones in there. Oh, I'm also seeing some beautiful pink of that affinity, love, and some green, that growth period green coming in as this activation is winding down. Okay, give yourself a couple of deep breaths as we move on to the next activation for today, which is learning through suffering. So, of course, this activation is going to release us from those programs. It's going to release the sense shared by many that to learn, we must suffer. Since we choose our lessons and how the universe presents them, we can choose to learn instead through joy and happiness. And part of that, as Abraham Hicks teaches, is bringing yourself into those higher, stepping up to each higher level of emotion, because emotion is really what generates our frequency. So here we go with learning through suffering. Let's get rid of all of that for the beginning of 2025. All righty. Okay. Yeah, let's that program of it's noble to suffer. Look at how much I suffer. Look at how wonderful I am because I suffer. So find some amusement about any of those programs and anything else that might be coming up for you. I'll get attention if I suffer. I'll be considered a good person if I suffer. So many things we are subjected to. And really, if you look underneath all of that, it's all about controlling, being able to control others, us, the little guys. Say hello to your amusement as all these low vibrations are leaving. Let them go. Say bye-bye. Wish him well, bon voyage, whatever you want to do, just to make it fun and interesting and easy for you to release. Lots of white unconscious energy is releasing along with these low frequencies. Just sometimes as I'm releasing energy, I get that feeling of after you've cried for a long time, and there's almost like that little sigh and hiccup combined. That's what I was just feeling. Okay, let's just let all that go. Sweep it all out, clear the way for a beautiful, beautiful 2025 here. Okay, a couple of nice deep breaths. So we're going to move on to the next activation, which is called hopelessness. And basically, this is talking about hopelessness being a choice, and that we can make. We can choose to be hopeless or not. We can choose to be in that victim mentality or not. And So sometimes we feel like, when we've exhausted every option or possibility, we feel like there's no more, but there's always more. There's always more choices. So hopelessness is a space where we might feel like we are resigning ourselves to a world of scarcity and lack and loss of freedom. All these are lies, of course. And so this activation is going to deprogram and remind us of the infinite possibilities and unlimited abundance that is ours if we just choose to claim it. And it's going to help to make it possible for us to take the next step, our next step forward with and through any difficult or challenging situations, which we might have one or two coming up this year. So here we go with the activation or deactivation of hopelessness. Okay, again, this is just immediately working through any programming that keeps us. I'm seeing like, the old Carol Burnett show and a lot of like vaudeville shows. I've seen like this pantomime where they kind of sweep themselves. There's like a spotlight and they keep sweeping themselves into a smaller spotlight, and then it kind of blinks off. So what it feels like this hopelessness does is it causes us to contract more and more and more and more and more and be less and less and less of who we are, and until we don't literally disappear, but it feels like we don't have the light or the energy or the information to make better choices or to make other choices. So it's really clearing out all of that stuff that causes us to contract and be less than who we really are, and just it's really opening up the energy and giving us the information that we require to be able to really hold that space of being the all that we are, being the isness that we are, the greatness that we are, the powerful powerful beyond words beings that we are. And I'm just tingling all over, and I'm really feeling that expansion as this activation is working. And again, I'm seeing lots of pinks and greens coming in. Growth, loving yourself, honoring yourself. Okay, on to the next activation, which is called, wrong choice. So this activation brings us into our hearts and connects us more completely with what our higher self, our higher power is telling us. And it helps to release any negative beliefs that we might have that we make the wrong choice. So as Access Consciousness suggests, we can live our life in 10-second increments. See if I can say that word. And we make a choice, and if we don't like it, 10 seconds later, we make another choice, because things are constantly changing. So here we go with the activation of wrong choices. And I'm just hearing and seeing all the different things coming up related to, you have to make the right choice. It's so serious. Don't make a choice until you have enough information. Whatever else is coming up for you, just have a good laugh at it, say goodbye, and let it go. And what I feel this activation is really doing is it's really connecting us more strongly to that source energy, that flow of unconditional love, that flow of God energy, really connecting us more completely and firmly to our heart chakras, our heart space, the seat of our soul. And I just see that more and more trust is coming in, clearing out anything that might cause us to distrust ourselves, feel like we can't trust ourselves. It's also working on the program that says, oh, you have to look outside yourself because other people, we have your answers. No, 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 no. You have all your answers. You have your answers for yourself. Okay, a couple nice deep breaths here. Next activation is heart center, and this activation helps to deactivate you from the traumas and fears around your pain body, as well as the fears that we have taken on subconsciously from the world. This activation will release us from all the pain, fears, and traumas that were mirrored from the universe and the collective consciousness. It is very interesting how we learn to subconsciously plug ourselves into the memory of the pain body. Oh, how creative we are. This activation unplugs you from this process, and heals you, and it helps to bring your being, as your whole being, back by connecting you to your heart and your own truth and your own body. So here we go with heart center activation. So this is beginning. I'm seeing energy just flowing into the heart, and then it's almost like as that energy touches that heart center, that heart space, it kind of frees up, maybe is a good word. Any of these things that are causing us to be disconnect from ourselves, and then it's sending that our beautiful heart energy back out to the world. It's that the heart center is the largest toroidal field in the body, and it's like sending it out and is increasing that heart field around the body. And it's just, I mean, the toroidal field is kind of like a donut. It comes up. The energy is like this, but it's in a circle. Think of what a donut would look like. But it just seems like within that toroidal field, there's a lot of things happening. It's pretty fun to watch. Okay, nice deep breath. And I just kind of go through and I kind of grab these activations and I kind of choose them, and I don't really worry too much about the order. It just kind of, they land the way they land. And as we're finishing this heart center activation here, the next one is healthy boundaries. And so really, when you expand your heart field, people worry about giving their energy away. But and sometimes people, we ground, and we ground our aura and put up a separation rose and so forth with the tools that I teach. But really, just expanding that heart center, making that heart center stronger, actually creates a strong boundary without doing that protection thing, which kind of, sometimes when people like put up protection, to me it feels like it kind of creates a little bit of a, I don't know, like you're doing it because you're afraid, and we don't want to go into that fear frequency. So anyway, what I'm just noticing is it's interesting that I place the healthy boundaries right after this heart center activation. Okay, so here we go with healthy boundaries, knowing where your boundaries are and setting them with intention versus aggression. And sometimes I think that when we do protection, so to speak, there is a little bit of that defensiveness or even a little bit of that aggression. So, all right, healthy boundaries. And as this is beginning. I really enjoy all the interesting pictures and visions that I get when I'm running these activations or when I'm doing clairvoyant psychic work anyway, anytime. But I've just seen a picture of this little girl, this cute little girl, like maybe 4 or 5 years old, just kind of, she's a symbolic and a representation, of course, of the energy, but it's just like the energy is just, it's kind of skipping around the outer edge of the auras and the spaces. And it's just a real fun, playful, joyful energy. So it's, yes, we can have boundaries and we can be joyful and we can be happy and we can have fun with it. And as she's skipping around, it's almost like she's got this basket of flowers, and the flowers kind of represent, just like, all this fun energy. And there's kind of sparkles coming off the flowers too. I want to say fairy dust, like, I don't know what we might imagine fairy dust being like, just creating this light, playful mood. All right. Well, that was fun. And I'm going to finish up today with the Mother Mary activation, which we've done many times, but it's just such a beautiful energy. So I just thought this would be a good one to tie everything together. So the Mother Mary energy activation provides awareness of others' inability to love and a clear understanding of who they are on all levels. So really, it's like being able to see people, spirit to spirit, soul to soul, who they really are, to be able to see and communicate um, to the truth of who they are, not their body or their persona they are in this lifetime. So when we're brought into the awareness of a mother's love, which is Mother Mary's love, and clear beliefs that block our ability to love others in the world, we achieve a state of love for everyone without judgment. This activation encompasses us in the warmth, love, and nurturing energy of Mother Mary's energy. It assists us in releasing old sorrows, sadness, loss, loneliness, and realigns us in sacred love for ourselves, our loved ones, and our friendships. It enhances our connectivity with the earth and raises our vibration to connect with loving and nurturing relationships in the here and now. And this is the next step, next level up from the Christ consciousness activation that I've run many, many times. Okay, so here we go with the Mother Mary activation. And as this is beginning, I'm just seeing this beautiful blue energy and this beautiful pink energy. And it's just kind of really swirling down into each person's space. And it's, I don't know, I'm doing this. This is kind of the way the energy seems to be going for me. It's just really sweet and really gentle and really, I don't know, it feels like it's almost like when you're a baby and your mama's rocking you in the rocking chair. It's just very like a cocoon feeling too, just being wrapped in the warmth of this beautiful, loving energy. So bask in this. Ah. And beautiful gold energy, gold sparkly energy is coming in. I feel like a lot of work is being done around the head, like the mind. How we overthink sometimes and analyze and run in circles and so it feels like it's like clearing out a lot of those energies that might cause us to get out of that space of just calm and that loving, nurturing energy space. All right, so we're winding up with this final activation. You might want to just take a minute to check in with your body, give your body some love, send your body some love, see if there's anything your body would like for you to give it to help it to feel a little more safe after moving so much energy. Might want to open your eyes or give yourself a gold sun if you'd like before you open your eyes. You can do it when your eyes are open. You can use all these tools with your eyes open or closed. Sometimes it's just nice to sit down in that space of having your eyes closed and really focusing within. Fill yourself up with your own energy. I always like to move my body, pat my body, give myself a hug. It's always nice to lean over and stretch, which I'm not going to do right now. I don't want to bump my head on my desk. But whatever you need to do just to get fully back into your body, fully back into the here and now. And once again, thank you so much for joining me for the sacred activations for this month, January of 2025. And I wish you all a beautiful new year. And I wish for all of us that whatever comes our way, whatever challenges and changes, because we are in that time of great change. My sense, and from what I hear from other people, 2027 is a very pivotal year. We're going to have lots of revelations and lots of change. We're going through this beautiful birth process, we're evolutionary process of humanity on Earth at this time. So hold on to your hats, stay in amusement, stay grounded, and trust that your intuition, your higher self is guiding you to be where you are and how you are. So listen to yourself. So thank you very much, and I will see you next month. Take care.